Lloyd Taylor says he plans to pursue legal action against EOS Gym for what he believes was discrimination. But EOS says that this incident had nothing to do with race and everything to do with the governor's mask mandate.
I'm scanning around the gym and I hand count 33 people who are roaming about the gym that are not wearing masks. So at this point, I feel like I'm being targeted.
Lloyd Taylor is a professional physique athlete. Up until last Tuesday, he was also a member at EOS Gym and worked out at the Sahara Cimarron location. But after the encounter you see in this video, management revoked his membership.
I addressed my concern to the receptionist immediately upon her handing me the mask.
How would you say you addressed it? What did you say?
I said, I'm just curious why is there no one else in here wearing a mask as they're roaming about the gym.
Lloyd says he wore the mask anyways and started working out, but then he claims a regional manager approached him aggressively.
At this point, I tell him I'm not there to have a conversation with you. I addressed what my concern was and I walked away to proceed to my workout. But for you to keep harassing me.
Another member recorded this footage showing that exchange. That witness telling News 3 he started recording because he too felt Lloyd was being discriminated against. Lloyd posted the video and his experience on social media, and his posts gained traction.
He was verbally abusive to my front desk staff.
Eric McCauley, the senior regional vice president of EOS Gym, says there's more to this story, and he wants to set the record straight.
He didn't have a mask. The front desk offered him a mask. He said he didn't want one.
He claims Lloyd verbally abused the receptionist and says even though Lloyd eventually took the mask she offered,
he did not wear his mask when he went through the club. He didn't wear his mask till he got to the back of the club.
Lloyd denies that he was verbally abusive and says the way the manager handled the situation was completely uncalled for.
You're harassing me. He continued the harassment, and after I said that, you're a tough guy, and he walks away.
McCauley says he apologizes if Lloyd feels he was singled out, but he wants to reiterate this wasn't about the color of Lloyd's skin. He says gyms are fighting an uphill battle to stay open, and people not wanting to wear masks has been an issue.
We have to earn the right to stay open. Our job is to make sure that our staff has jobs a week from now, a month from now.
Now, EOS Gym says they are willing to talk with Lloyd about the incident and potentially reestablishing his membership. Lloyd says he's open to the conversation, but he no longer wants to work out at EOS, and he still plans to pursue legal action.
As Nevadans continue to struggle because of COVID-19, many still without work, some without unemployment benefits, the challenge of keeping a roof over their heads is becoming more of a burden. Now there's another opportunity to apply for help.
So I might get a little emotional.
The last few months have been difficult for Lauren Hill and her son Jalen.
Got down to $1.56 in the account. We had to resort to cutting up old t-shirts and clothes that we didn't wear fit anymore for toilet paper. We didn't have money to wash clothes, so we had to wash our clothes in the tub with a bar soap.
Hill's marketing job is on hold until the business reopens in September, and she's had no luck finding other jobs until then.
I put out 60 applications a day, and no one has called me back.
She says she just received her first unemployment benefits payment last week, and her landlord is working with her to come up with a payment plan. She's hoping a residential assistance program launched Monday by the state of Nevada can help.
It's a relief to renters. You know, they're panicking. You know, where are we going to go if we get evicted?
Under the $30 million program, tenants would apply and landlords would receive the grant money directly. To be eligible, applicants must fall under certain criteria, including being a current tenant in Nevada with an active lease that has back rent owed, must be able to show financial hardship because of COVID, must not be receiving federal voucher housing assistance, and must have a gross annual income that is at or below 120% of area median income.
It's also a win for the landlords in that, look, landlords still have to pay their property taxes, they still have to pay insurance, they still have to pay their mortgages. So the fact that these funds will flow directly to the landlords to help relieve some of the pressures they faced from non-paying tenants, that'll save landlords presumably from defaults.
But Hill says this program is only a temporary option and renters will need more help in the long run.
It's just not about the programs and the benefits, or that we can receive from the state. It's about residual income that we don't have.
How about this? Some good and bad news for the UNLV football program today. The good news first: TCU steps in as the Rebels' first opponent Week 0 at Allegiant Stadium. We'll see how that actually works out. Now for the bad news. Yeah, the Mountain West media poll is out, and UNLV is picked to finish dead last. Let's keep the glass half full. Coach Arroyo, his expectations are low, and exceeding that is not a daunting task. You're welcome. Back to the good news. The Las Vegas Raiders reach a deal with the first ever draft pick, receiver Henry Ruggs III, or HR3 as I like to call him. $16.67 million over 4 years. And as you can see from this IG post, yeah, Ruggs is working on the jug. Yeah, the jug machine is what throws the footballs to the receiver. So the signing of Henry Ruggs III and the Raiders and all their rookies, it was good timing, as today was the official first day of training camp for those rookies. Our Jesse Merrick has more from the Silver and Black's brand spanking new HQ.
Yeah, it's a big day for the Raiders rooks reporting to camp here officially. They're also going to get fitted for their lids. Theirs just won't come with the mask. At least we don't think so. The NFL and the NFL Players Association have yet to negotiate that in as they work to open up training camps across the league. But we're not worried about what's going on around the league. We're worried about our Las Vegas Raiders, right? The rest of the week is going to be full of COVID testing for these guys. They're going to get their physicals, get fitted head to toe with their equipment. They'll actually meet the coaches that drafted them, and at some point, they'll get on the field for their first practice as pros. And obviously, there's more hoops to jump through to get to that point, thanks to COVID-19. Something Raiders GM Mike Mayock said last week makes things even tougher for this year's crop of rookies.
I talked to all of our rookies' parents, girlfriends, wives, loved ones via a Zoom conversation about a month ago. And I didn't sugarcoat it with them at all. And I just basically said that your loved one is going to have the biggest challenge, I think, in the history of the NFL as far as either making a team or making a significant impact on a team year one just because of this offseason. And my message was kind of, your loved one better be ready to go and hit the ground day one.
And that day one officially starts today for those rookies. For News 3 Sports, I'm Jesse Merrick.
Thank you very much, Jesse. Now, our Las Vegas Aces were back at it again today. Another scrimmage, this time versus the Dallas Wings. Today, more video of every shot going in. Kayla McBride, nice little J there. Dearica Hamby, and coming up in just a second, how about the passing on this nice fast break? Now, folks, I am a hooper. Yeah, and that looks good. Coach Lambier, what are your thoughts?
A little better today than yesterday. We still get tired. We only have 8 players out there right now. We're fortunate we got through with no injuries, so we're holding our breath every day. But it was good for us. The second time we played 5-on-5, so that was positive for us. We know we have conditioning issues, timing issues are always going to be there this early. But we're not, getting to see some players and how they play and how they play together. Keep on moving forward.
All right, well, Saturday, it's the UFC's 4th event on Fight Island since July 11th, which, of course, is a very cool name for that venue. But, of course, it's where Dana White is holding his UFC's international fights. They're supposed to return to the UFC Apex here in Vegas in August, but Saturday is a very good one. Robert Whittaker versus Darren Till. And, people, I am guaranteeing you that this will have a finish. So if you bet on that, I get 10% if you win. If you lose, please email Amber Dixon. And finally, the Black Lives Matter movement has not gone away just because there has not been any protests in the streets. A look at the Cincinnati Reds Twitter account and Las Vegas Amir Garrett, slugger Joey Votto, and other players kneeling during the national anthem of today's game versus the Detroit Tigers with the message, unity, a nice big heart, and Black Lives Matter hashtag. Well done. Well, folks, that will do it for sports. And as always, during these tough times, enjoy the view, stay safe, stay healthy.